Hey everyone, welcome back to Blue Unicorn Gaming. I'm Awifia, and today let's talk about my first impressions of Outriders. So, Outriders released yesterday, April 1st, 2021, to what I would consider probably a little bit better of a launch than most games that are online have come out to recently. Now, despite what you may see on Reddit or Twitter, there's a lot of people on those platforms complaining about this game because the servers are crashing. There's really not as many bugs as you would think. The official Reddit mega thread has the more egregious ones, and they're pretty small overall. So, my first impressions with how the launch is going in general, I would say for the holiday weekend being here, for the game being as big as it actually is, and launching on as many platforms, including Game Pass. I have to include Game Pass in this because that is a big contributing factor to launch being so heavy. I would say that the launch is one of the better ones for an online service game that I've seen in recent years. Now, you do see a whole lot of people complaining, saying they want their money back, saying that this game is unplayable, and blah, 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 blah. Well, when the servers are down, it's absolutely unplayable because the servers are down, which I will get into. That's a little bit of a gripe for me on one section, but we'll get into that in a little bit here. But once the game's up and running, like yesterday and through a good chunk of today, you can play the game without really any major issues. It's a fun time. Combat is pretty good with a couple minor bugs that aren't game breaking, but more annoyances that you have to work around. The enemies are hard, the missions are engaging. The story's not bad either. I haven't gotten too far, I'm just to the forest now, so the story still building for me. Alright, with that, let's go into my cons first for the game. My first con that I have is this game is online only, period, end of story. Unlike games like Borderlands, where you can play this game and have an open online session, but you're not actually online unless somebody joins your game, that's a fantastic system, and Borderlands does that really well and has for a long time. Outriders doesn't have that. You connect to the game and you're online. So if their servers go down, if you have a bad storm in your area and you lose internet, you're done. You're not playing the game. That to me is a big negative, and I think that they could have solved that with a more Borderlands style approach, I believe. My second con here is there is no cross progression or cross save. Now, there is absolutely cross-play between all platforms. You have your Xbox, PlayStation, Epic Store, Steam, Stadia, and I might be missing one, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of cross-play, so you can play with people across the board, which is fantastic. But the game is missing one of the biggest pieces that it should have, and that is the ability to play the game on any system and not lose your progress. I'm linking an account to my Square Enix account, and you're telling me you cannot transfer my character data? It's 2021, you have crossplay enabled but no cross save. That should have been a milestone right beside it. For me personally, I would have loved to have bought this game twice, once on Steam and once on Stadia. That way I could get up from my Steam account here on this computer and walk myself downstairs and sit in front of my TV, grab my Stadia controller, and start playing down there. I do that with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I do that with Division 2. I would love to do that with this game. Oh, and I do with Destiny 2 as well. As for any other cons I have for this game, most of them are just bug related. Launch day issues, nothing really crazy so far. I'm sure I'll find some more as I get deeper into the game and make an actual review based on seeing the end game content, seeing how I play throughout the game, how the game builds around me, and how it ultimately ends up. Now let's talk about the pros for this game. Things that I like about this game. The classes feel unique. I started playing the beta when it came out, the demo, not the beta. And I thought I was going to love Pyromancer. Everything I read about this class was something I loved. And Pyromancer is my least favorite class of all of them. Believe it or not, that's actually the thing. When I sat down and played it, I think it was the second character I made was a Trickster. And oh my god, I fell in love. I love my Trickster. That is going to be my main period in a story. I still use my Trickster when I can play the game right now, and I love it. So that's a big thing. The classes are engaging, they're fun, they're deep, and the mods you get can really enhance your class and make it very unique to you. The skill trees are expansive, so you don't feel like my trickster and your trickster are the exact same, even though a lot of things are the same with them. You can build it the way you want. The map sizes are appropriate as well. I have to say that's a big positive for me. They feel, if you look at them on the map, you feel like these maps are small. And while they may actually be small maps no matter what, they feel large. The content in them feels good. It feels like you have enough there to sustain you. Yes, you're on rails for a lot of the early missions because it is what it is. You're going through a story. But the maps feel good. They make you feel like the world is larger than it actually probably is. Now, something I'm a little more neutral on is some enemies feel like they're just bullet sponges, and it's kind of annoying. There's no real way to fix that. The mountain area where you have to fight the giant arachnid, that feels very bullet spongy. That boss fight, yeah, I didn't feel like the reward was good for it. I felt like it took way too long to kill that thing when it should have probably been a little bit quicker to die. And not easier. The actual fight mechanics are good. And I never thought I'd say this, but Final Fantasy XIV really helped me with the markers on the ground. The fight's good. The content and quality of the fight is also good, in my opinion. It's the spongy feeling of the boss that is not good. I could hit the boss in one spot and get a critical hit, like I was getting a head hit, but I would consistently aim at that spot, and it would not continue with that. So you had no real idea where to hit that boss. Another is a bunch of guys that are caked in armor, that as you shoot them, their armor starts flying off into different pieces. I like that feature. That's really cool, seeing armor fly off. But then I should be able to hit that spot and have enhanced damage to it. I don't, unless it's the head. I don't notice the damage difference. They're still armored at the end. Now that could actually be a bug, and we'll wait and see how that looks. But overall, as a first impression of Outriders, I like the game. I'm having a lot of fun now that I figured it out. And for those of you who may be having an issue with getting the HUD working or getting controller working, because I personally use the Xbox controller, I'll link the video right up here in the corner for you. I created a video yesterday that shows how to fix some of these bugs, and it'll help you get into the game and start enjoying it. I know once I fixed a lot of these issues for me, I really, really enjoy the game, and I've actually had a really good time. You can probably find my Twitter comment that I left to Brian over on Ginger Prime about how I felt like I wasn't having any fun with the game, and now I really am. It took me about 4 hours to fix all these bugs, so that's why I created the video for you guys, so you could fix it and get it in the game yourself. And I hope those fixes do work for you, and I hope you enjoy the game as much as I do. And once the servers are back up and more stable, we'll all be able to jump in and have a good time. And I can't wait to create a review for you guys, create some content around this game, because this game is incredible. And it's a lot of fun, and it's something that I can kick back and enjoy, even with my few minor gripes that I have. But I hope this video has been insightful for you guys. If you like this video, if you want to hear more content about Outriders, let me know by clicking the like button and hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you want, click that little bell right next to the subscribe button. That'll give you guys the ability to know when I create my next video, so you can check it out quicker. Let me know what issues you guys are having as well. Maybe I've already solved them and I can help you out. I'd be more than happy to do that as well. Thank you guys again for watching the video. Hope you have a great time playing Outriders. Hope you have a great holiday weekend if you're watching this at the beginning of April. And with all that being said, guys, my name's Awifia. Have fun, stay safe, and keep on gaming.